Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Cage Show, and today we are talking about the Halloween Ends trailer, which reveals that the film itself will be in theaters October 14th. But let's just jump right into it because there's some things that I do find interesting about this film, admittedly so. And I'm of the camp that I'm concerned with this film. I'm very concerned. But yeah, first off, I really like the intro of the trailer. It's a huge nod back to the original film itself, in which, we see Michael Myers in first person. That's something I've wanted from Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills that we didn't get. So having Michael Myers in first person, I think, is really cool. That's something they should have been doing. So, I mean, it took 3 movies to finally fucking get when all you had to do was watch the original one. But, hey, better late than never. So, Michael Myers is going into this house. A lot of little nods to the original film. He goes upstairs. It's filmed a lot like, him as a child going up to kill his older sister, Judith Myers. But instead of finding a character that is, admittedly weak in a vulnerable position, he instead comes across Laurie Strode, who's the exact opposite. I think that's pretty cool overall. Laurie's clearly come to fight, so that's at this point that's just it is what it is. Laurie Laurie herself is wearing a light blue blouse, which once again nods to the original film. And at this point, I'm done complaining. I'm done complaining that this trilogy thus far, from what I've seen, is just its entire dependency is nods to previous Halloween films. I've complained about that with 2018. I complained about that with Kills. At this point, I must concede the reality that it is all this trilogy has. It is the very how should I say, foundation of what makes the trilogy work. And it's sad to have to say that, but it is just the reality of the situation. It is the very foundation of what has made this trilogy work. And do I think that's a good thing? No, not even close. It's frustrating. That's why I've complained about it every. I complained about it 2018. I complained about it with Kills, and clearly it's a continuation with Halloween Ends. So at this point, we're 3 movies deep. I must concede that this is what it is. Unfortunately, it's a very weak thing to do in terms of movie making, but unfortunately, David Gordon Green is just not the movie maker that I thought he was gonna be. I had higher hopes, and um, at least from what we've gotten thus far, it's been very disappointing. My expectations were too high, admittedly so. So at this point, we're just seeing a lot of nods to the original film. The trailer itself shows images, moments from the original, key moments from the original film. So, I mean, it is what it is. Michael Myers is ragdolling Laurie Strode around. Um, I don't know what to expect from this because it's like, are we seeing the final act of the film? I don't think so. I think they want us to think that, but I don't think that's the case. Is this like a fucking dream that Laurie Strode is having, where she's fighting him toe to toe? I mean, because it's just very unrealistic, and I say that as someone, I mean, the reality is Michael Myers is not just a dude that's clearly bigger and clearly stronger than Laurie Strode. He's also like supposed to be, he's supposed to be supernatural to whatever extent. The dude is supposed to have some form of super strength. It is left a bit ambiguous. Is that the way it's called? Ambiguity. But ambiguous. Let's go with that. I think that's how it's said. For, the sake of the mystique, even though there's not really much mystique anymore, but Reality is you're dealing with a dude that has super strength, and Laurie's fighting him toe to toe. And me as a tomboy can concede the reality that in the mass majority of situations, men are stronger than women. That's just, I mean, it may trigger some people, but that is just facts in the mass fucking majority of situations. And it's hard for me to believe that Laurie's doing this. So it's like, you have to suspend belief. You have to. And like I said, that's me as the tomboy. That's why I carry the equalizer with me. Let's just put it that way. I carry the equalizer with me because I live in the real world, in reality. And this, obviously, it's a film. I totally get that. So, I suspend disbelief for the sake of the film. It is entertaining to see Laurie going toe to toe with Michael Myers, admittedly so. Um, the part where she's just like, "Come and get me, motherfucker!" It's like, it's just it's a not as cool moment as in Terminator 1, where Linda Hamilton is saying, "You're terminated, fucker." Like, it's just a not as cool. I mean, I guess we're just dealing with boomers. They don't know how to be cool anymore. It is what it is. But I I don't know what to say. I- There's a lot that's being withheld. I feel like this trailer's throwing us for a loop. I feel like maybe this is like, I don't know, because it's like, how do I explain? This is supposed to be a couple of years later. I don't feel like this is a couple of years later. There's nothing to make me believe that this is a couple of years later from Kills, Halloween Kills. There's also the nod to Halloween H2O where he's trying to stick Laurie's hand in the drain to shred her hand, but he's unsuccessful. And I don't know, it's just, look, I think it's a great thing that we don't know very much, despite having seen a trailer that is a little over a minute long. So I think that's a good thing, because Halloween Kills, those trailers, like those couple of trailers, gave everything away. Now, will this film be better than Halloween Kills? Um, so my two reasons as to why I think it will be, personally, is one, because this feels, in terms of tone, feels more like Halloween 2018. So that's a big plus, because I don't think Halloween 2018 is a great Halloween film by any means, but is certainly better than Halloween Kills by a lot. It definitely is way better. So the fact that it feels like that in tone is definitely a big positive. Now, the second reason is we have Laurie back. And this is coming from someone that's not a Laurie fan. Like, I want Halloween to finally move on from Laurie Strode. That's what I want. But I have to concede the reality that, based on Halloween Kills, all the other characters are pointless as fuck or absolutely stupid and unrelatable. They fall into one of those two categories. And for a while, so was Laurie Strode. I mean, I've said personally, I think that the scene, I completely undermine Laurie in Halloween Kills, especially in the scene where she shoots herself up with morphine and she acts like a complete fucking retard. And I've said personally that scene is just as bad to me as as the Halloween 2 film, where Laurie's in the parking lot and she fucking screams too late for help. That is one of the worst scenes I've ever watched, and Laurie shooting herself up with morphine like a goofy bitch is just as bad. So the fact that we do have Laurie back, the only semi-relatable character throughout this entire trilogy thus far, is important. Is important because Kills shows that nobody else can step up to the fucking plate, especially the writing and directing. So those are my two big reasons why I do think Halloween Ends will in fact be better than Halloween Kills. Now, the concerns is that, well, David Gordon Green and Jamie Lee Curtis have teased that this final part in the trilogy is going to be different from anything Halloween thus far. So I don't know what to expect. It's kind of weird because this trailer this far says otherwise. So I feel as though that this is not real. Like there's something to this. This is like, because I feel like if this is final act shit that you're throwing in there, and it's like, this is some pretty big nods to Halloween 1978. And like I said, all they have is giving nods to previous films. So if this is like the big part of your final act, the highlights of your final act, that's not a good thing to include in the first trailer. So I feel like there's more to this than meets the eye for sure. They've said personally that this will be different. I'm still waiting to see how, because it's really not at all. And I'm concerned with how they go about being different, because to them, different was Halloween Kills adding a subplot to Halloween Kills that doesn't fit with the movie at all, which is the part where the mob acts like a mob and does stupid shit and basically gets a mentally ill person, basically makes a mentally ill person commit suicide. And that's supposed to be a social discussion in Halloween Kills. And to me, that's just, there was no reason to include that at all. So that was something new to them. So judging by the creatives involved, I'm concerned with different with them, because I'm going to be completely honest. I think that the creatives involved are just simple-minded. They don't really know how to make any level of sophisticated film whatsoever. And they've proved it to me 2 films in so far. So I can't be like, damn it. Basically, I can't look forward to anything. That's just what it is. I can't look forward to anything decent. Because the creatives involved I don't expect any of it from them. So yeah, guys, what you guys think of this trailer? I think it's so weird, man, because Halloween Kills is so divisive, Like some people enjoy it and some people absolutely fucking hate it, and I do fucking hate it. It's not as bad as Resurrection, but I don't like it. I will not go back to it. I just have no interest. It's hard to go back to 2018. I can. But it's not through my own will. It's typically because someone in my household wants to watch it. So I concede and watch it with them, but I will not do that with Kills. Even the individuals in my house who want to watch Halloween films at any point will not concede to watching Halloween Kills. Nobody cares. Like, that is the most purposeless film that's sandwiched in the middle of 2018 and ends. And I think that honestly, most people are gonna have zero interest in revisiting that film. It's like, for me, the only thing that matters is that Karen dies. That's it. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this trailer. Are you excited? Are you concerned? What are your concerns? What are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to seeing the end. And that's not me like shitting on the trilogy, but that's why I appreciate film. That's why I don't really like the MCU, because in film I want to see a beginning and I want to see an ending. And to make film like television is just pointless to me. It's stupid, because that's not the art of the film. It's a film itself. It's not. You're supposed to see a beginning. You're supposed to see an ending. And to see things like Halloween Kills have such a fucking, like, just whatever ending because, well, we got next movie coming up. That is not how film is supposed to be made. And I think as time goes on, we're losing the concept of how film is supposed to be, because everyone's seen how much money the MCU can make over a decade, over a decade's worth of time, and said, well, this is what we have to do now, and just have planned trilogies in which films in between, the film in between just is meaningless. But yeah, guys, if you can, like, subscribe, share, I'd appreciate that a lot. Follow me over on Twitch if you want to watch me play games. Follow me on Twitter. It's the best ways you can talk to me. And with all that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.